Life's just bloody hectic, isn't it? And I feel like we just need to simplify it. Everyone is living crazy, hectic lives these days, and I'm not a fan of it. I'm not here for it. We need to make life more zen, more minimalistic, and try and reduce the stress load on ourselves and improve mental health. So here's 10 habits that make life a little easier for anyone feeling a bit overwhelmed, because quite frankly, the answer is always quite simple. Routines. I love a routine, but I feel like people just have routines for the sake of having routines, and they're rather long and unnecessary. People have like a 9-step skincare routine and then like a 25-step morning routine. Skincare, I wash my face with water, moisturize her when she needs moisturizing, and a little bit of SPF here and there. There's not much of a routine there. Morning routine, I wake up, I brush my teeth, and I eat a very similar breakfast every morning, so I guess that's kind of a routine. The goal here is just to reduce decision fatigue, make daily life effortless, save time, reduce stress, reduce mental load. Keep your routine simple, don't just be doing things for no reason. Limiting possessions, a key one. I'm a minimalist. I am such a big fan of owning very little. I honestly think it's one of the best things I've ever done is become a minimalist and just like get rid of so many things. If you see clutter in the background, you might be like, girl, you're not minimalist. My sister is not a minimalist. I live with her and her things are scattered around, you know what I mean? I think quality over quantity. Limit quantity as much as possible, only get what is essential. Before buying something, I ask myself how often it will really be used. I don't just buy things willy-nilly. You need to really think about if this will get a lot of use. If it's only something that's going to get one use, try and borrow it from someone or rent it. Less clutter also just means less maintenance of items. So many items require so much maintenance. I'm not interested in it. You just have less maintenance, fewer decisions, fewer things to just look after. If you've got a load of clothes in your cupboard that you don't wear, I do not believe that you open that and you're like, oh, life's so simple. I know for a fact you open that and you're like, fucking hell, there's so many clothes in here. I want to scream, because I had that for ages. It's a slow process, but decluttering is so satisfying and you just get rid of it slowly. I got my parents to do a very big declutter the other day because they're little hoarders. And they felt so good after it. They were obsessed and they want to do another one. Remove items. Don't let those items own you. Keep owning what adds value to your life. Within these items that you now own, you want them to be easy. Some items are very complicated and they require a lot of care. If I buy something and then it's a lot of faff to keep it, I'll just get rid. A good example of this is I bought a juicer because I was like, I'm going to get into juicing, which was dumb because cleaning a juicer is like the worst thing in the world. I'm not here for it. I got quite a cheap one because I wasn't really committed to the juicing just yet. So you could argue maybe it was just cheap, but I think even expensive ones are annoying to clean. That's another thing though, like I was into juicing for a bit and then I was like, no, the whole food is probably better. Just don't buy things if you're not sure you're going to use them, you know? Juicer are really hard to clean. Those garlic pressers, they're really annoying to clean as well. Even graters, annoying to clean. Garlic presser, no, I'm just going to chop it up. Getting the garlic out of that afterwards, nightmare, I'm not interested. I also think for clothes, there's loads of clothes that requires dry cleaning. No, I don't want that. I don't care how nice the item is. That's just so much effort. I don't want that in my cupboard. And then fine china or like glasses that break really easily. Just make it easier. Do you know what I mean? I'm not having these items that are faff to deal with. Prioritise essentials. This is a big part of simplifying life. Learning what is important to you and keeping that and getting rid of everything else. My priority is obviously health, a big one. Without health, there is nothing. So I always prioritize health. Family and friends, relationships, a huge one. Prioritize your friends and family, really important. And then travel as well. I'm someone that loves to travel, so I will make sure to prioritize that. I put my money much more towards travel than I do to material things. And flow state, doing activities, whether that's work or recreational activities, you know, that just keep you in the flow state. Such a good state to be in. I think prioritize anything that gets you in the flow state. It's greater fulfillment. You have less stress because you're not taking on all these things. You're just prioritizing what's needed. And it's just overall improved life balance. Creating comfortable and clutter-free spaces. Obviously, this comes kind of hand in hand with owning less. If your space is not full of clutter, it really actually does make a big difference to the mind. I also think you know where everything is. When I own less and my space is, you know, there's less busy, I honestly lose things so much less frequently now compared to when I had loads of stuff. I used to be that annoying bitch that would just be like, oh, I misplaced something and I'd lost it and I'd spend ages trying to find it and it was like, I don't know, under some load of paperwork or just in a really random location. I wouldn't have known where to find it. And now everything's much more organised because I don't have as many things to go through and sift through. It means my mind's clearer and I rarely lose things or misplace things. Win-win. Managing commitments and learning to say no. A super big one is just knowing what you prioritise and really being okay with saying no to things. It's so easy to just be like, oh, I don't want to miss out. I'm going to say yes to everything. But you're just spreading yourself out thin and you're not really getting anywhere with that. People often feel compelled to say yes to things, whether it's tasks at work or meeting up with loads of different friends or social events or favors. But it just leads to stress and burnout if you're overcommitting to everything. I do this myself quite a lot. I'll just be doing too many things and it just stresses me out a little bit. I love an empty calendar. There's nothing better than an empty calendar. Life just gets hectic. And I am getting better at saying no to things now, especially as I get older. I know what I like and don't like as much. You know, people will ask me to certain events and I'm like, no, I literally don't like that. I don't want to go. And if I want to see the people, I'll suggest doing something else with them. But yeah, before agreeing to things, ask yourself if it really aligns with your priorities and how you want to be spending your time. And if it really adds value to your life, or you're just doing it for the sake of it or because of FOMO or whatever reason. Downtime, super important. People rush through everything and they're on the go all the time. I think you need to carve out downtime. I love downtime, so I naturally do that anyway, but I think people are often on the go and they forget they need to just chill. Carve out time in the day where you can just be chill. I think the best time is just before bed because people are often scrolling on their phones. That is not downtime. That's just rot. Don't do that. Read a book. Love reading a book, or listen to a podcast and go on a walk. You need to schedule in downtime. It's so important. It keeps you sane. It doesn't have to be long. It can be a 10-minute walk, 10-minute time of reading. Some people would require more of this. Some people require less. I'm someone that needs quite a lot of it, I think. I love solo time. I love downtime. But make sure it's intentional and you're not just rotting, doing nothing. Digital minimalism, big thing. I love digital minimalism. It's just cutting distractions, turning notifications off. I use Opal, which blocks a load of social media apps from about 9 till 5. Sometimes I'm like, maybe I should just delete them fully because life is so peaceful when they're blocked. My friends would definitely say I'm quite bad on my phone, which is definitely true. I don't pride myself in it, but at the same time, I don't think it's a bad thing to be bad on your phone. Our phones are so addictive. Log off for a bit, have some tech-free time. I also think simple things like unsubscribing to stupid emails that email you non-stop that are annoying and you're like, why am I even subscribed to you? Like, how did you get in my inbox? Get rid. And you kind of have to stay on top of that. I still get emails randomly. I'm like, unsubscribe. But unsubscribe to a load, delete a load of emails. And deleting photos. I deleted a load of photos the other day. I went from over 35,000, I think almost 40,000 photos to about 6,000 in 24 hours. I won't shut up about it because I'm proud of myself. I decluttered so much. There's so much stuff in your camera roll. And you're probably then paying for like an iCloud subscription or a Google Photo subscription that you don't need. Honestly, just get rid of all these photos. They're silly. Obviously, photos are sentimental and stuff, but a load of them are so not needed, or they're just like repeats of the same thing, or random stupid photos you don't need. Decluttering digital space, so good. It's kind of the same as with your offline, physical space. Life is simple. You know what everything is. Easy. Mindful consumption, avoiding impulse buys. People just impulsively buy everything, and I get it. It's so easy with online shopping, Amazon Prime, all that stuff, but just think before you buy things. Most of the time you don't need it. Honestly, before I got back from traveling, I'd made a list of things I want to buy when I get home. I don't know why I'd even done this. Even me, the minimalist, I was making a list. It wasn't a long list, but it was a few things. I was like, oh, I need this, I need that for when I move house, blah, 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 blah. And I got home and I realised over the few weeks, I just started crossing them off. Not in the way I bought them, in a way, I don't need that. I think I crossed off all of the items that I thought I'd needed, or at least 95%, which is ridiculous. So just add it to a list, wait at least a week, ideally longer. I'd waited many weeks, obviously, because I was making this as I was traveling. Make a list, leave it for a while, and then come back to it, and you'll probably laugh and be like, oh, I don't need any of this shit. Do you know what I mean? It's just in the moment you think you need it, and then you realise you don't. It's also just financial stress if you keep buying things. Stop buying things all the time. Pause and ask yourself, do I really need this? Reflect on it, leave it in your little basket or your little list, and then come back to it and have a giggle and think, of course I don't need that, you idiot. Reduces clutter, saves money, a really big one. Who doesn't want to save money? And it supports sustainability. It's so not sustainable to just keep buying random shit. Number 10, practice gratitude and contentment. I'm lucky in that I naturally have a very gratitude-based mindset. Having spoken to some friends and family and stuff, I know that people don't necessarily see things in such a positive way. So if you struggle to find the good in life or think about things positively, I think a gratitude journal is so important. I did this when I went traveling with my friend because his mindset was just very negative. And I sat him down and I was like, we're gonna gratitude journal every day. And I would sit with him and I'd make him write things he was grateful about. And he did say it honestly helped him a lot. So I think if you're naturally not in that mindset, it can be very helpful to force yourself to just write things down. I walk around my day-to-day life being like, oh, I'm so grateful about this. But yeah, keep a journal, keep it next to your bed, write it before bed or in the morning, always great. Small achievements for the day, small little joys. Make it specific to that day rather than, oh, I'm just grateful that I have a roof over my head, I'm grateful for my family, whatever. Like, obviously those are great things to be grateful about, but make it specific for your day. Like, oh, I'm really grateful that I saw this friend today and we had a really good time. Or I'm really grateful that, you know, I ate a really yummy meal, a really yummy healthy meal. I don't know, things like that. Notice the small joys. It just shifts your mindset, makes you more positive overall, and makes your life better. People are quite negative nowadays. Our generation are very introspective and they think that there's all these problems when there's really not. I mean, obviously everyone goes through shit, but I think people think that their problems are the worst. I had a friend that died recently in her early 20s. It just makes you step back and think, what am I complaining about? There's nothing to complain about. I know my friend also that lost her mother, who said that just, in a weird way, cured her depression in a way of making her realise all the things she was worrying about and upset about before was so irrelevant. When someone close to you dies or someone close to you is very ill, you realise that nothing else matters. You never know when someone close to you could die, or you never know when you could die yourself. I think people just need a better perspective on life, and being very grateful and present does help with this. So, on that lovely cheery note, I'm gonna wrap up. Thank you for watching. I hope that's helped anyone. Let me know if you have any requests, and I'll catch you in another video. Goodbye.